Hey, hello there. Hello, welcome back to the podcast, Brown Jewels listener. Thank you for listening to another episode of my podcast. It is the middle of January, and hopefully by now we have all reverted to being pigs and given up on any ambition, any dreams of making this year any different. Don't do it. Just relax. Just chill out. Just leave it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the hassle. Just live your life. Some motivational advice for you there from someone with absolutely no credentials to be motivating you. I'm going to level with you. I'm not in my typical January pig state. Not as much as I want to be, as I got some devastating health news. Devastating. Truly devastating. Regular listeners of this podcast will have heard my throat voice being absolutely shite. I've bored people with it in the past. If you're willing to listen to me, I'll talk your arse off for about 10 minutes on, I've got the vocal warm-ups now, blah, 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 all that shit. Man, I had mentioned the doctors had no idea what was causing me sound so weird and run out of breath as I was talking, which isn't great when you want to be talking on stage a lot. They couldn't work it out. They could not work it out. And, well, until now that is. And I kind of wish they hadn't worked it out. Because it's fucking embarrassing, man. So embarrassing. Every part of this is shameful. I'm not happy about it. I'm furious with other parts of it. But essentially, I have got problems with the sphincter in my throat. I didn't even know I had a sphincter in my throat. And now I've got issues with it. I can't be the only one I didn't know there's a sphincter. I love saying that word. There's a sphincter in your throat, Ralph, and you've got issues with it. But I mean, that's broken sphincter, broken throat sphincter. Either way, I mean, to be fair, I'd rather that than my arsehole sphincter is broken. I suppose the throat is preferable in that way. But the actual name for the issue is the more embarrassing part of it. Because anyone with children, more specifically babies, will recognise this illness. I have been diagnosed with something called silent reflux. Now you're probably thinking, Ralph, reflux, only fucking babies get that. Yeah, I thought so too. But I've only just learned that there's a sphincter in my throat. And now I'm learning I can catch fucking baby illnesses. That's fucking weird. And look, I know this is meant to be a comedy podcast, talking about comedy or anything to do with comedy, but this is kind of the big thing that was stopping me from doing it, stopping me from being able to talk on podcasts. Like, I had coughing fits, which I've edited out, when I was sitting talking to people in the studio. That's fucking weird. Just so, I mean, that's not going to happen again. As you can tell, my voice is back to normal. But I'm having to suffer the shame of having reflux. So I can't wait a few weeks' time. I'll probably have fucking nappy rash or whatever else they get. I'll be teething in no time. You know, when the big teeth start growing through, I'll be teething. Thrilled with that. Thrilled with the whole diagnosis, as you can tell. I mean, I don't understand why I'm getting such lame illnesses. The last time I had anything, it was shingles, which was the over 65s get shingles. I had that. I was like, that's great. I'm a fucking pensioner. Now I've got this baby disease. And I tell you what, when you tell people that have children, you have reflux, They laugh in your face. They laugh directly into your pus, into your fat face. That's exactly what they do, because they go, hell yeah, my 6-month-old had that, or my 9-month-old had that. What age are you, Ralph? You weird little man. Cannot dispute that. I'll level with you, I'm not even sure what it actually means. I'm not 100% sure. I stopped listening when they started talking about sphincters. I was just like, right, that's enough for me. I know all I need to know. Just tell me how to fix it. They're like, oh, take this, take a pill a day. You might have to take a pill a day for the rest of your life. Oh, brilliant, excellent. Anything else? Yeah, you need to watch your diet. So apparently, I looked up what I need to do to clean up my diet. If you wrote the playbook for catching or developing reflux, silent reflux, the playbook, the diet is my life. That's it. Here's what they told me I need to cut out of my diet. Fizzy drinks, coffee and tea, citrus fruit, tomato. That means no pizza. That's no fucking pizza. Vinegar, hate vinegar anyway. It's disgusting, man. Wine, couldn't give a shit about wine. Caffeine, yep. Chocolate, what? I've got a giant Toblerone sitting there, mate. Well, you mate, I'm just not meant to eat it. Prick. Alcohol, mint. I've been fucking brushing my teeth with mint toothpaste all my life. And every time I did it, I was just like, oh, this feels weird. Why is that? Now I know. And then at the bottom of this, it says 2 things that I also can't eat is raw onion and raw garlic. Well, I won't be having them. I'm not sitting about at home chewing on raw onions, mate. We'd have to worry about that. So that's it. 4 weeks. I was like, I'm doing a wee January diet. I am one of those people. I'm like, no, I'm not going to touch anything in January, but I can't do it. Otherwise, I'll keep the baby disease going in me, and I'm not having that. Also, this is something I did not know, and laugh if you want. I'm hoping someone is going to be on my side for this. So far, I'm yet to meet anyone who's on my side for this. As I said, my life is the playbook for catching reflux. When I have a big meal, when I have a lot of food, I eat to excess. I have so much food, I go, oh, fucking hell. I just want to lie down. So I have a lot of food and then I go and lie down. Apparently, you are not meant to lie down after you've had a lot of food. Because they're not, like, the acid from your stomach comes back up in your throat. Didn't know that. Didn't ever know that. So I have been lying down after large meals all of my life. No one's corrected me. Now, the general consensus is that only old people lie down after a large meal. Well, I don't know what to say to that. I genuinely don't know what to say to that, because I've been doing it for as long as I can remember. I'm having to sit here and edit out long gaps of silence, because I'll get to the end of a sentence like that one and I've just sat and stared at the window. I'm going like, oh, brilliant. This is great. Let's go on the podcast and admit that. Pathetic. So yes, I can talk. Yes, I can talk. My voice is back to normal. Still have to do a little bit of vocal warm-ups. Had to do one last night hosting the stand. However, at what cost? At what cost? Humiliated. But I have to admit, I've got reflux. And then twisting the knife. I can't lie down after a big feed. And I can't eat chocolate and pizza. What's going on? This is not the year. This is not the year's meant to start out. It's meant to be better than this. I bet some of you are like, I fucking wish you couldn't talk now, Ralph. I wish you couldn't talk. I'm sorry. But big update. Because genuinely, it's the thing that I was sitting recording it with guests, and I'd be like, I can't keep doing this. It's a big reason I was just like, I can't keep doing this every week and failing. Just coughing in front of these people. I had to edit out all the coughing. That took me ages, man. So, back to normal. Back to being a 37-year-old man with baby illness. That's class. Great start to the year. couple of months back, I slagged something off my Instagram story, and now the company won't leave me alone. I think they thought, because I was like talking about them, that I love them, I don't love them, I hate them. The worst. It's a company called Omaze. And look, before we get into this, I am aware that they do raise a lot of money for charity. I am aware of that, but we're going to pretend like that isn't a fact for now. They do these like mad competitions where you pay like £10 a ticket to enter this thing. And one of them, the first time I ever saw it, was a competition to win a house in the arse end of nowhere in Devon. Like a big fancy, like 5-bed, like mansion. Huge big house. Insane house. And I just posted a wee thing on my Instagram story with it. This is fucking shit. What kind of a prize is that? That's not a prize to win a house. I said it's the worst competition prize I've ever heard of it in my life. I'll go into that in a second. But they just kept bombarding me with stuff. And then they were like, oh, we're actually going to do this big mansion in Scotland as a prize. And they kept like beating me over the head with it. And I was like, fucking hell, that actually looks like a really nice house. That'd be class. I'd love to live in that house. I'd love to live there. So, I entered the competition. Like two-faced little weasel that I am. And didn't win it. Shock. Absolute shock there. So now that I've not won it, I'm back to saying they are a scam, the worst company ever. Yes, they give to charity, but we're not talking about that right now. That it's just a shit bunch of people trying to give away a house, man. People are like, oh my God, like, that's amazing, that's life-changing. But if you don't like it, just sell the house. Just sell the house if you don't like it. It's like, are you stupid? I was like, look into this, because obviously I have. The reason people are raffling off houses is because they couldn't sell the house. It was on the market for too long, so people got desperate and go, fuck it, let's raffle it off. Let's burden some other idiot with this. Also, great, you enter the competition, you win it. You win the house, and your prize is you now have to sell an unsellable house at the other end of the country. What a class prize that is. Shut up. But honestly, and all the comments, the comments when these things are posted, kill me. Absolutely kill me. See, like, if I'm entering a competition to win, that's what I want to do. I'm wanting to win. Some of these people, and I don't understand, why enter the competition when you do this? In the comment section, loads of thick people are like, oh, this house looks amazing. Good luck, everybody else. Good. I wish you all loads of luck. What are you doing? Why are you wishing them luck? Don't wish them luck. Why are you entering a prize if you want other people to have luck and win the prize? I'm winning that thing. And when I don't, I'm furious. And I end up recording a podcast about it. That's how much I want to win these things. I don't want to, like, oh, good luck. Oh, you won that. Congratulations. It's never happening. It's never happening. I'm literally keeping my fingers crossed that they have bad and or no luck, so they do not win it, and I win it. I think that's fair. Otherwise, why are you entering? But the people, honestly, God, they're like, oh, this is life-changing, man. This is life-changing. It's like, it's not life-changing in the way you think it's going to be. Like that Devon one. That house in Devon. In case you don't know, that's like a 15-hour drive away. Oh, it's great. I'll just be fucking moving away. Friends, family, loved ones. I'll just be living in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by fields, nothing else for miles. I'm just going to be isolated in this mansion in the middle of nowhere. Near a shop's 5 miles away, near a supermarket's an hour away. Delivering Just Eat. I'm never delivering to this fucking remote location. You think you're getting deliveries out there? Even if I could eat pizza, I wouldn't be able to get it delivered. Oh, it's like, you've not got a clue. You've not got a clue. Look these things up, by the way. These houses are like proper. I mean, if you want them, don't get me wrong, they're absolutely sweet. For us, like for about 2 seconds, then the cold harsh reality sits in. That you've got this huge house of like 3 floors, 6 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, huge kitchen, loads and loads of rooms. Loads of rooms. So I'll tell you what, when and you get that heating bill through, you are fucked, mate. The cost of living crisis, I'm screwed in my 1-bedroom flat. My lecky bill, wouldn't stand a chance in that place. You're essentially being given a millionaire's house, and you're not a millionaire. You're not a celebrity, so you can't afford to live there. To be living by candlelight within the week, cutting about my mansion wearing all my jackets. What else would you have to move away from? You'd have to move away from your job. You'd have to go and find a new job in a different part of the country. Congratulations, there's even more stress. You've got to find a job that's similar to your own. That's slim. So you probably end up taking a job you hate. Well, you can keep your old job. You can keep your old job if you want. That's absolutely fine. Keep your old job. That's fine. Just commute. So your normal 45-minute commute to work, you've got to have to be driving a 15-hour commute to Devon in the morning. You're going to be working for 9 hours. And then you have to be driving another 15 hours to get home without sleeping. That's a 39-hour working day. In case you hadn't noticed, 39 hours is longer than 24 hours. You've got kids. Your kids are going to have to move school. All those friendships they spent the last years just going, done, over. They're going to have to suffer emotional upheaval, move to a new school, probably get bullied because I've got a Scottish accent in Devon, even though the Devon accent's absolutely atrocious. Because there'll be the kids living in the mansion with no heating. I don't know why. I was like, I've suddenly won the house, and now this fucking hypothetical family have now won it. This guy, I don't know who he is. Poor bastard. Remember they say, oh, it's life-changing, mate. It's life-changing. Yeah. It's life-changing. You have to relocate your family, find a new job, sell a house if you don't want to keep the house. 3 of the most stressful experiences in life, all wrapped into one big ball of misery. It's meant to be, the best prize on earth. Oh. And in this hypothetical situation, your wife's probably going to divorce you because of all this. She'll take the kids, go back home. Your kids will hate you. So now, what the fuck am I talking about? I just hate this thing so much. But imagine that, all that happens. You've moved to the other end of the country, you're isolated in the middle of nowhere, no lights, no heating, no food because you can't afford food. You've got a job you hate, a house you can't sell. Congratulations, you've won a house though, mate. Brilliant. Oh, thanks for that. So please, if you're considering any of these competitions, just give the money directly to the charity. You're never going to win the house. I promise you, you're never going to win. And whatever you do, if you do enter it, don't look at the videos where they announce the winners, because then you just end up just despising random people on the internet because they've won the house that you wanted. That's not healthy. Don't do that. Take it from me firsthand. Don't do that. This company ruins people's lives. Even tries to offer like a runner-up prize of a Porsche 4x4, a big SUV Porsche. That's life ruining as well. The petrol, the insurance, no one can afford that. That's mental. I'm just going to stick to raffles, it's just like all the ones which is like local businesses chucking some stuff. I'll win 10 kilos of sausages from the local butchers. Free haircut. Need one of them. Or some lazy bastard is going, we're local solicitors. We're going to donate a bottle of Prime and a packet of chewing gum. There's your prize. That's what I'm going to enter. Fucking houses. Ruining lives. So I'm getting the podcast back on track now that my voice is working, and despite the illness. So we're getting some more guests in. Had a guest lined up for this week, but they cancelled. That's why you've had to hear me ranting about baby illnesses and the worst company on earth, Omaze. I don't think I mentioned it on the podcast last week. I'm also launching a new gig, starting a new gig with Ross Leslie, previous podcast guest and friend, in Edinburgh. If you're in Edinburgh, the Dragonfly, very cool cocktail bar run by a very cool guy called Alex. Did my 60 minutes about Scotland with Vladimir McTavish in there during the Fringe. It's a brilliant wee venue. It's going to be a new material night there every single Thursday. Me and Ross run the show there. Note, I'm not doing a show by myself again like Spandex, which is good, but also the bane of my life every time I leave the house on a Tuesday night. So, me and Ross run that. If you're in Edinburgh, come along to that. The lineups are banging, loads of fun, cool venue. There's like cocktails and shit before the gig. I'll be honest, a lot better than the Beehive drinking options, but you didn't hear that from me, even though you did just hear that from me. So yeah, comedy is kicking off again now that I've had a little break at the start of January, doing some tour support for Conor Burns this Friday in Salford, Manchester, I think that is. I'm doing that. That's going to be fun. Hosting the Red Raw week after. Doing loads of good shit. Glasgow Comedy Festival show. 30th of March. Over half the tickets have been sold. I can't remember when I last said that, but there's not really been a shift in tickets since then. So, that's good. If you're in Glasgow, come along to that show. I'm going to be doing well, this is the thing. I talked on the Patreon about the preview system I'm doing. So if you want to hear more about that, if you want to hear more about the Fringe plans, go and join the Patreon, £3 a month, you know the deal. It's fun. Go and join that. Another gig review going up on there this week. Me just ripping myself for being absolute shite at stand-up from 2017. It's good fun. Show's coming together nicely. Get a ticket for that if you want. £6. It's a place called Van Winkle. It's a cool place. Anyway, thank you very much for your continued support and listening of the Brown Jewels. Thank you. Goodbye.